Hello, my name is Steph Bartlett. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share lots of farm life here from our family farm in South Australia. And I do realise we're a bit due for another update, and I have been filming a few little snippets of what the fellas have been up to on the farm over the last few days, and I'm thinking that will be a bonus YouTube video this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. As for this week's YouTube video, I actually leave the farm, I head up north to the Flinders Ranges to visit my sister and her family at their farm, where they are very busy at the moment baling hay, and they're pretty close to harvest now as well. I thought it would be pretty cool to learn about baling hay because that's quite foreign to me. And it's also just interesting to hear how other people's seasons have been. Obviously, different parts of SA or Australia in general, everyone experiences different seasons with the weather conditions and stuff like that. So I thought, why not head to their farm and have a bit of a chat to them about it? And it was really interesting, and I hope you find it interesting as well. I've got Coco down here. This right here, this is my little dog Coco Bella. You'll see her a bit in some of my videos. But as for now, let's get into today's YouTube video. I hope you enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you do like it, and feel free to leave a comment as well if you have any questions or any feedback. Let's get into it. Or as I like to say, let's go. Let's go, go, go.
Burn a little brighter every day, swimming in the tide against the waves, and I can hold my breath until they crash.
It's about a 6-hour drive from the farm where I live to get to the Flinders Ranges, the farm where my sister and brother-in-law are. And it's not just awesome to catch up with them and see their farm, but it's also really special because I get to spend time with my nephew and nieces. And look at that backdrop. The Flinders Ranges is just such a stunning part of the world to visit.
Waking up in the flower bed.
Where are they taking the hay, Riley?
So that's a telehandler.
It's a telehandler.
And you know the points on the front, it picks up the hay. There's about 5.
Ah, is that the forks on the front?
Yeah.
It's such a different look and feel visiting the farm here, this red dirt, we don't have that back home. And I thought before we dive straight into all things baling, learning about baling hay, I thought I'd ask my brother-in-law Todd a few questions about the farm, the operation here, just a few general questions. This is Todd, my brother-in-law. We're up in the Flinders. I know people are going to ask questions about your farm. So what do you farm? How big's your farm? All that kind of jazz.
We farm's about 1,600 hectares, and then we lease and share farm a bit of other stuff. We farm cereals and legumes, and we've got a few sheep. Yeah, there's a few cattle around, but mainly sheep around here. And yeah, obviously rainfall varies a fair bit, and so does the country.
What is the average rainfall here?
At our home place here, it's around 320 mil. I think it has dropped off a little bit over the years. Don't have to go far, and it's sort of over 400 mil and higher. So
you're in between Wilmington and Melrose?
Yeah.
In the Flinders?
Yeah, it's not that far, and you're into the station country as well.
And then today, or at the moment, you're just busy making hay?
Nah, spotting flies.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, they're bad at the moment. Baled a bit up last night, so we were stacking and carting into the shed today. So
awesome, I'll get a bit of footage of that, and then before you know it, you'll be into harvest.
Yeah, it's not far away. Yeah.
I know everyone will be asking how your crop's looking as well.
Yeah, the way the season's shut off, they're sort of not too bad, but yeah, it's a bit of an unknown. I think there's not going to be any good surprises probably in the cereals.
Oh, hopefully, you never know. You never know. But yeah, better than last year, you were saying, no?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, well, that's a plus.
Yeah.
All right, better let you get to work. He hasn't had much sleep. Just working around the clock, and then I've been hassling him filming as well. So thank you, Todd.
No worries.
All right, before we get to baling the hay, there's a few things that have to happen before that. This is raking the hay. Now, we're going to have a chat to John, Todd's dad, about this in a sec. But before this, they have to cut the crops for hay. So Todd gave me this little clip here because I wasn't there when they were cutting the hay. But this is actually the first step. And now I'm going to go for a little drive out to the paddock where John is raking. John, what are you up to? What is raking? Why do you do it?
Well, at the moment it's raking just to turn all the rows over to expose the bottom of the rows, get the moisture out in preparation for the bale to come through. We've got to get the moisture down low, otherwise you can have some very hot bales.
Okay, you don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want hot haystacks.
Okay.
And so presentation for the baler, fluffs it all up so it's good to pick up for the pick up on the front of the round square baler.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to get some footage. Thank you. So we know that first they have to cut the crop for hay, then they rake it, which John was just doing, and next they bale it. So let's go check that out. What are we up to?
I'm going to see Dad in a hay baler.
Oh, he's baling some hay? Do you reckon I could jump on the tractor and have a chat to him about what he's doing?
Maybe.
There's a seat for me? Yep. All right, cool.
And I think that has some yummy snacks in there.
Yeah, some yummy snacks. Hey Todd, what are you up to?
Just testing the moisture in the bales we baled yesterday.
So what do you need to test it for?
Just to make sure they're not too high. If they're going in a shed or a stack, you don't want too high moisture because they can combust and catch a light. So
Okay, how's it looking?
that one's not too bad. What is it, Riley? 15.6, 12.9. So
What do you want it to be?
probably under 16 preferable
Yeah.
or lower. Yeah.
I'm about to have my very first time going on a baler. There's no snakes in it. What's this hay? We don't have hay on our farm unless we get frosted. You're not making this hay because you got frosted.
No, this is loading hay. We just use it as a rotation option instead of a legume. Put hay in to clean up grass weeds and that sort of thing. So, yeah, obviously run a few sheep, so it's handy to have a bit of hay in the shed.
Yeah. And you're happy with how the hay's going?
Yeah, it's pretty good cut this year. So, yeah, the way the season's finished, it's done all right, the hay. So.
I was going to say, how has your season been? Because obviously you've seen our farm. Todd's my brother-in-law, so you visited our farm down in the southeast.
Yeah.
How's your season been compared to us, you reckon?
So it was a really late break. It was a really dry start of the year, as it was in all of SA. So we're probably a month behind where we would like to be with the crop stages and that. Had a really wet June and not too bad August, which got things back looking really good. And then, since the 1st of September, I think we've only
if you got rain now, is it too late or it could be okay still?
No, it's still be good to get some rain for there's some later crops and some crops that are still a bit green, which should help a bit. So yeah,
So it's looking better than last year?
a lot better than last year.
Yeah, excellent. So what happened last year?
There was not much at all. Yeah.
Like I said before, I've never been around the baling hay thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how many bales of hay you get in here? How does this machine work? What can you tell me about it?
I don't know how many we're going to get into paddock, but it's got a counter up on the monitor there
Oh, okay.
that tells us, it's got how many bales, roughly, and a bit of a weight of each bale when they drop off the back of the baler. It gives you a bit of an idea.
Yeah. You've been working around the clock pretty much. It seems like making hay is pretty time intensive.
Yeah, it's just getting the right conditions for baling. It's normally the middle of the night or early mornings, and then when you're not baling, you're stacking, carting. So during the day. So yeah.
When do you sleep?
Yeah.
Not much of it.
Yeah. If you get some dry hot days, or it's just not baling conditions, you can catch up on plenty of sleep.
Yeah. So how long will it take you to get all the bales done on your farm? How many acres or hectares?
We cut about 240 hectares this year.
Yeah.
And probably a bit over halfway through that. So
I guess probably hard with the time frames. It depends so much on conditions, doesn't it?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hopefully by the end of this week coming we'll be finished, depending on rain. They're talking some thunderstorms Tuesday, Wednesday, so we'll see what happens.
And then it'll be harvest once you finish hay.
Yeah, just looking at the crops today, some barleys, I think will be a couple of weeks away, possibly. So yeah, one thing into the next.
No rest for a bit. We'll go. I can now cross off the list going on a tractor baling hay. Not that I drove the tractor and baled hay, but you know what I mean. Anyhow, this is not the end of the process though. Checking the moisture?
Yeah, just checking again. There's no moisture at the moment, it's pretty dry.
Yep. After the baler has baled the bales of hay, there's obviously lots of hay bales out in the paddock, and we need to get them back to the shed, get them under cover or in a haystack. So sure enough, I thought, righto, I'm going to touch base with Todd and John and ask them, or actually say, can I come out and see how you do this next step? These flies take a bit to get used to. We do get flies back home at our farm too, but I feel like up here it's a little bit next level. Yeah, I like your thinking, John. I think I need to invest in one of these. They do the trick.
They're on special in Wilmington at the CRT, the local store, anyhow.
I'm going to get one. Okay, change of plans. Before we go out and see how they go about stacking and carting the hay and where they store it all, I saw that Todd drove into the sheds with the baler. It was time to pull up with the baler and move into carting hay and stacking it. So I thought, let's go check out this baler because I've never actually seen how they work, seen one up close. Todd, when I see bales of hay, I forget about the fact that the bale needs to kind of be sectioned into the biscuits. You need string. I saw this opened up and I was like, hang on a sec, the string, I forgot. So how's this work?
So if you zoom in there, I suppose you can see there's 3 strings at the top and 3 at the bottom each side for a 6-stringer. And yeah, they feed through there and just peel off of the spool and go through the needles and does its process tying off the bales inside. So
Yeah, so it's all automatic.
Yeah, so you just got to keep topping them up. If you run out of string, it's you got to feed it all through again and climb under the baler and that. So
Oh, that does not sound fun. So I'm guessing there would have been times where the string has run out, or you're too clever for that?
No, it's happened a few times. not that often, but yeah.
And you get a bit cross at yourself?
Yeah. It's normally at night time and you can't see what you're doing. That's the big needles there that fire up through and tie the knot up the top.
Okay.
And that's where you got to crawl in under when it misties or doesn't knot properly.
That doesn't look like fun.
No.
So over the past year, Todd, I tell you what, I was bloody happy not to see another bale of hay feeding sheep for a while. Lots of feeding sheep. I'd be on the back of the trailer pushing off the biscuits of hay. So I'm thinking, when you're making a bale of hay, it's got to be like sectioned into biscuits, but it still comes out as one bale, obviously. How does it all work?
Yeah, so you got your row of hay. It goes up, gets picked up at the front, goes into a chamber at the front here, and then there's stuffer arms. And when that chamber fills up, it flicks a biscuit up in there, and then the plunger pushes it into the bale, and then it does the same process again. That's how you keep getting biscuits
Gotcha.
each time.
Yep. All right, now it's time to head back out to the paddock where the hay bales are. Let's see what this stacking business is and carting the hay and where they store it. So what are you up to here, Todd?
Stacking hay.
Stacking hay. So you do this before the truck comes out? So
Yeah, you just run around and put them in threes. And then some people put them in a stack as well, but we just put them in threes and then drive the truck around. And then you just pick them up.
more
Chuck
time
'em up.
efficient.
Yeah. So, and easy to work with threes.
So they're stacking the hay into piles of 3 hay bales, and next up they're going to bring the truck with the trailer out so they can load these hay bales onto the truck and take it back to where they store them. I got in one of their utes and drove out to the paddock so I could get a bit of footage for you. Alright, so you've met Todd, my brother-in-law, and his dad John. They're the ones carting hay at the moment. There's one more person you haven't met that is helping with this operation. I'm not sure how she'll feel about it. Jenny, she is stacking some hay over here. I'm going to go surprise her and say g'day. She's shaking her head saying no, but it's yes. We do? Jenny wasn't really about being on camera because she doesn't think she's expert enough, but she's doing a great job. So she is out stacking the hay bales, so when they come out with the truck and loader, they're all in little groups ready to go, so it makes their job easier. So I think good on you, Jenny, for helping out as well, driving the loader. I can't do that. I need to learn how to drive the loader. So yes, Jenny is part of the operation as well. Jenny is Todd's mum, by the way. And now for the next step. So they've got the hay on the truck. Now they're going to cart it back to their sheds where they store it. Unloading the truck at the moment. You've got some going into the hay shed, and then you've got some that's going to be tarped out there.
Yeah, well, we're anticipating this is open hay going in the shed, and we'll store it. There's a bonus for storing hay, so that's going in the shed, and the hay that's going out in the open, it will have a tarp over it, and that'll only be here short term.
Oh, I see.
That hadn't quite got the value of what's going in the shed.
So the really good stuff goes in the shed.
Well, I think last year the sheep would have loved to eat any of us hay at the moment, but yeah, the better stuff's going in the shed. There's a bonus putting it in the shed.
Okay.
Get a premium. There is old glasses.
Yeah.
Got run over a couple of times. G'day, Ellie. Hi, Riley.
What happened?
Did you find with your home speed drive?
What happened?
I've been missing you.
And then the process continues. They head back out to the paddock with the truck and the loader, load up more hay, bring it back to the shed, and when they're not carting or stacking hay, they are baling hay. They pretty much work around the clock if the conditions are right. Thank you so much for watching today's YouTube video. I hope you loved it. I loved heading up north, visiting my sister and her family, and learning about their farming operation. It was cool. As for next week's YouTube video, it is the Sherwood Farm Group, their field day, which I attended last week, and I bloody loved it. I was very impressed with the whole setup of the day and just how they all interact and give each other constructive criticism, feedback, quality questions. It was just really well run, and I think you'll be impressed seeing the video of how it all operates as well. Maybe if you're thinking about starting a farm group, this will be some really good inspo for you. Please give today's video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Feel free to leave a comment. I always love hearing any feedback or questions. And until next time, be wildly you and live life your way. Bye.
Never had the time to play it safe. I'm rushing in like an avalanche.